Well, in case Dying Light 2's promise of 500 hours to 100% the base game wasn't enough for you, and you want to add a few thousand more onto that, Techland is advertising a sprawling amount of support for the game, and it sounds like Dying Light is more or less transforming into a live service. There's a new Dying Light 2 roadmap out today, and it's about the start of the journey which goes from launch early next month to June 2022. That includes free DLC, in-game events and challenges and story DLC. But past that, Dying Light 2 is promising new content updates for at least 5 years, and that's the minimum. That includes a list of additions like new DLC, weapons, enemies, stories, events and more. While so far Dying Light 2 does not seem to be getting broken up into distinct seasons, promising 5+ years of support is certainly significant. Many newcomer live service games have struggled to keep the interest of players for more than a year or two, and even a more established game like Destiny 2 is just entering year 5 of content as we speak. So that's a tall order. Given the production schedule of the Dying Light games, this does seem to line up with Dying Light 1 being released in February 2016, and here we are 6 years later with Dying Light 2 out. So the idea appears to be the game will keep getting some form of refresher content to keep players coming back until it's nearly time for Dying Light 3, assuming another sequel is indeed the plan. Scale seems to be the operative word here with Dying Light, first with that 500-hour potential play. This is a game that really wants your investment in a crowded landscape, though it will have to be engaging in order to effectively do that. Dying Light does have a good collection of fans, and it seems like the sequel is gearing up to do pretty well. It's just interesting to see volume of content and playtime being used here as main selling points, as it's led to accusations a lot of the game will be filler. Or it could just be, really big, which is the impression I'm getting. I was not the biggest fan of the first game, but if the second one has some improvements and looks good enough, I may branch out and give it a shot.